Rumors are that allegedly this Real Housewives of Potomac cast member is about to be fired. What did she do? And who is it? Well, I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified, so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about. And it centers around rumors that allegedly this Real Housewives of Potomac cast member is about to be fired. Who is it? And what did they do? Well, I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more. And here it goes. Things are allegedly not looking so good for this particular Real Housewives of Potomac cast member. Many insiders aren't surprised, mainly because of the horrible season she has been having. One source said, "She absolutely has been a train wreck this season. So many self-inflicted wounds that could have been easily avoided, only if she would have stayed true to her original plan for the new season." The source continued, "Many people had high hopes for her this season. Finally, this was going to be her breakout year. However, not even mid-season through, she completely abandons her alleged plan and reverted back to her old ways. Something that may have finally cost her her champagne flute." So, the question is, which cast member of Real Housewives of Potomac is in alleged danger of losing their spot on the show? And is she the only one? Well, rumors are that allegedly Robyndixon is very close to losing her spot on Real Housewives of Potomac. This season has been a complete fail for Robyn. Fans are used to seeing her play Gizelle's lovable and boring sidekick. However, this season, Robyn did a complete 180 and became just as evil and manipulative as Gizelle, said the source. Also, the source continued, "Fans are now seeing who some believe is the real Robyndixon. A person who is spiteful and capable of taking the show in a dark place. Something producers are desperately trying not to do." Another industry insider said, "The way Robyn has played the Real Housewives of Potomac game this year is almost similar to the way Phaedra played the Real Housewives of Atlanta game her last season. The only thing missing is a big lie." However, the source continued, "She is also doing something probably even worse than what Phaedra did." And what is that? Well, the insider elaborated. "The way Robyn has been gaslighting other cast members has been a very dangerous game to play. And also a very dangerous game for the Real Housewives of Potomac brand. One, viewers are becoming increasingly vocal about the alleged mental abuse Robyn is inflicting on several castmates. Producers allegedly know that if this behavior goes unchecked, then they could see a potential drop in viewership, something they are desperately trying to avoid." Second, the insider said, "The allegations of colorism is really beginning to pick up steam, something allegedly the producers were caught by surprise with. Last year, the evidence of colorism wasn't very clear, but this year, Robyn has become sloppy and the claims of colorisms have been very obvious, something production probably wants to stand clear of." Now, kinfolk, when I got this rumor across my desk, it was actually last weekend, I wasn't surprised at all. I wasn't surprised that Robyn could potentially being booted off of Real Housewives of Potomac because of this reason. Robyn this season has been very dark. And as we know that if historically, when we look back at the Real Housewives franchises across all cities, whenever a season goes dark, it seems like all the seasons following tend to have very low ratings. It seems as if dark seasons really turn off the fans of the Real Housewives franchise. They expect their housewives to be, of course, messy, of course, shady, but fun and fun-loving, and never too dark. And we can see that is where Robin and Gizelle have somewhat taken this season. So when we look at the weaker link between the two, I can honestly see, because right now it's all speculation and alleged information, but if you look at the two, Robin and Gizelle, I could actually see producers thinking Robin is the weaker of the two and the weakest link, so it'd probably be easy to boot her and replace her with someone else, just so they can put a stop to all of this tag teaming and gaslighting and colorism actions allegedly by the two. And so hearing that Robin could very well be the next Real Housewives of Potomac member to go, it does seem very plausible. Will it happen? We just have to wait and see. But however, it does bring us to this next part of the rumor that I do find very interesting, and it's this. I can see how the alleged gaslighting of Robin can be very triggering to the audience members, also to fans. I put a note under a post on one of the Housewife fan pages that, these Real Housewives of Potomac episodes should really come with a gaslighting trigger warning before each episode. Because right now it's very blatant that what Robin and Gizelle are doing to these cast members, even the men. It is blatant gaslighting. And that can be very triggering for someone who has experienced it, especially experienced it in a very negative relationship or marriage. And that right there can turn fans off in a big way, because they might say, you know what, I don't want to be triggered every weekend by this, so I'm just going to start watching. It can be very upsetting. It could probably also just have them panicking and fear, because they have to replay these things that could have very well happened to them in past relationships. So I could definitely see viewership dropping off and some people start watching because of that very thing. So that part of the rumor just doesn't surprise me. And I will admit, it has gotten out of hand. And the reason why it's gotten out of hand is because it seems as if Robin and Gizelle have lost complete touch with reality. They are never in the wrong. The things they say are always right, even when they can't back it up with facts. And that's a very dangerous game to play. Yeah, it may not be as bad on the surface as the big lie that Phaedra told, but however, those type of games that Robin and Gizelle are apparently playing can have very negative consequences on the people on the cast, as well as the people at home watching. So that's probably a place where producers, and if you are to believe these rumors, probably don't want to take the show, a road they don't want to take the show down, considering how well Potomac has done in the past. Now, the second part of this rumor that I find very interesting involves another housewife who sources are saying that could very well be on the way out at Real Housewives of Potomac, and it's this person. Allegedly, Mia is also on the chopping block when it comes to her position on the Real Housewives of Potomac. And from my sources are telling me that allegedly it falls under the same thing that really has Robin on the chopping block. It is these blatant acts of colorism. And not only is it the colorism, my sources are telling me that allegedly it's also the way that they are gaslighting and the lies. Pretty much also from Mia. And the reason why her name comes up on the chopping block a lot, my sources are saying, is because her lies and her mistruths really do crack at the credibility of the show. The show is Potomac is one of those franchises who a lot of fans, from my sources are saying, say that it's one of the most real shows out of the Housewives brands. Now, me personally, I have to disagree with that. I think it's actually one of the fakest franchises in the Real Housewives universe. But however, my sources are saying that year after year, Real Housewives of Potomac pose as with fans as being one of the more real franchises to watch. And I guess because they always discuss their issues and always put things out on the table and discuss things flat out, contrary to Real Housewives of Atlanta, who tends to be like, if we fall out and I don't like you, ain't nothing for us to talk about, ain't nothing for us to go, ain't nothing for us to try to see eye to eye about. I don't like you, you don't like me, and that's it. And so when you have a reality TV show that is, the opposite of that, then you have to really protect the credibility. And let's face it, Mia has a big credibility problem. It's like the things she say, it's either they're half truths or whole lies, and that is becoming increasingly frustrating to the viewers. And my sources are saying there's also becoming very frustrating for this particular person, and that person is. My sources say that the person is not actually one person, but it's the group. Allegedly, behind the scenes, the ladies are also tired of Mia with these lies, these mistruths, or these half-truths. And it becomes very hard to read her, which is a bad thing when you look at it, because when you have an ensemble cast and you have to produce one another, it doesn't really give the ladies much to work with actually in trying to produce you. Because yeah, you can say, well, I'm never gonna give them who I am really, or give them my whole story so they can manipulate it to their own liking. But also, it's kind of hard when you're constantly not presenting the truth or factual information. It's very hard for the ladies to even try to get a friendship with you, because they don't know what's real and what's fake. And when they're even trying to produce maybe even a positive narration around your storyline, it's kind of hard for them to do, because your lies are like you keep moving the goalposts. So there's nothing really for them to attach to you with when it comes to a storyline or a narrative, whether it's positive or negative. And so my sources are saying that allegedly the ladies are also having issues with Mia and her half-truths. Not only the colorism claims by some castmates, but as a whole, this seems to be her next biggest issue. So I could see why Mia's name could allegedly be on the chopping block not to return next season. But like always, we will have to wait and see. But kinfolk, I want to know what you think. If you are to believe these rumors, because it's all speculation and alleged information at the moment, do you think Robyn and Mia deserve to both come back next season? Or do you think one or the other, if not both, should just walk away from the Real Housewives of Potomac franchise? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I see you guys over on the next one. Peace.